Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Today we're going to do a real quick video. The wife decided she wants to do some gardening today, so we're going to make some garden steak, some plant markers, some garden markers, whatever you want to call these. We're going to dive in here today and do some gardening accessories. So we've got a few potato plants, so I'm just going to make a 6-inch rectangle here in Lightburn. This is one thing I don't like about Lightburn. I switch back and forth regularly between metric and imperial when I'm designing. I don't remember it before affecting the units in my actual settings. I wish it would not do that. I don't care for that. I want it to stay the same. So when I go to metric, millimeters per second is where I like to run my lasers. I don't care if I'm running CO2 or diode or fiber. I use millimeters per second. So everything's consistent. I know some people out there want to do millimeters per minute when you're using a diode. It just gives you a very large number, and it's crazy. It doesn't change anything about the laser itself. It doesn't change anything about the way it cuts, but I just prefer to stick with millimeters per second. And when I flip to inches, just from a design window, I really would not like that to affect my settings window. So I went to imperial and inches per minute. This is running Lightburn version 2.1 R6, release candidate 6. This did not happen in version 2.0.05, but in the new release candidate, I've been getting this. I'm not sure if there's somewhere in settings where I can turn that off or separate that when you change the units in your design, it will not affect the settings layer. I've not dug into that yet to see if there's a setting that can separate the two. I don't like it when I change the units in my design. It also affects the units in the settings. Whatever, that's just a personal thing I don't particularly care for, because it does mess me up if I forget that I'm in imperial and I set this to maybe 8, and I'm thinking if I set this to 8 and I'm thinking 8 millimeters a second, which I know how that would affect certain thicknesses of material under my laser. And in fact, I'm actually 3.4. Now I'm at risk of catching a fire because I'm going too slow at 100% power for my diode. So I really wish that hadn't have happened. I don't remember it happening like that in previous versions. We are in Lightburn 2.1 RC6, which is the latest release candidate they have out. But anyway, that's just a personal thing for me. So now that I know I've got millimeters a second, I want to keep that at 8. That's probably still too slow, but it's a whole lot quicker than 3. Let's go back to imperial measurements, because I do want this steak to be 6 inches tall. And the rest doesn't really matter. I just drew an object out, so I'm going to convert that to a path. And I'm going to go into my node editing window, and I'm just going to come up here a little bit and insert a node here. And I'm going to insert a node right here on this line, just so I know it's straight. I'm going to insert a node here. I'm going to come down to this line. I'm going to hit M to put a node in the middle of this segment. Then I'm going to select these 2 nodes. I'm just going to get rid of them. That's going to create me a point there. And like I said, this is for potatoes. So I got potato in here, and I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. And I'm going to put that on the black layer. I'll go back to metric. So in metric, I want this to be about 150, maybe 175 millimeters a second, 100% power. All right, we're going to make 2 of those. She's doing 2 potatoes. I'm just going to select the whole thing, Control D, hold Shift, and slide it over. There we go. Alright, we're also going to do a different style as well. I'm going to search for a potato SVG. When I'm searching online for a particular image, in this case I'm looking for a potato and I want it to be a line drawing, so I'm going to put SVG, and I am in images. When you're searching images, I always go here to tools, and on the size I'll go to large. This will give you only the highest resolution of images that it finds online. It filters out a lot of the lower resolution images. Second thing I'm going to do is make sure that the one I pick does not come from Etsy or something that's going to come from a free. See, I've got one right there that says free. There's a bunch you can find that will be free. That one right there is going to be free. That one right there will be free. This is always the first place I'll go to try to find an image. That one's $2.99. We'll skip that one. Although there's a lot of paid for stuff out here, there's still a lot of free resources available too. Right now I'm just trying to find something that catches my eye. I'm going to copy this image because it is a free download. So I'm just going to right click and copy. I'm going to come over here and Control V. With it selected, I'm just going to trace it. And there's me a potato. I'm going to ungroup this. Control Z, fill line. I'm going to select. I'm going to get rid of about all of this. I'm going to select this one right here. And I'm going to go up to select shapes smaller than selected. Then I'm going to delete. We're going to get rid of all of that. I'm even going to get rid of the arms. Don't really care for that either. The way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to select the vector. We're going to go into nodes. I'm just going to delete all these nodes. It's that simple. No cutting and all this good stuff. Just get rid of the nodes. Get rid of all these. Hey, that's all you got to do to get rid of an object like that. And when you get a straight line, you can just grab it and curve it back out. I want to get rid of the feet too. Get rid of all the things that's not tied to it. Then click the vector. Click it. Don't move it. Go into your node editing tool. Delete those nodes. And just pull that back down. There. That's how easy it is to edit an SVG. Get rid of these nodes. We don't need any arms. Control Z, that's too much. I'm gonna click this inside. We're gonna get rid of that little thing right there. Arch that in. I'm gonna get rid of this one node. Control Z. There. Line fill. There. I'm going to use. Is that too simple? Does it not even look like a potato anymore? Maybe I should have left some of the bigger spots. Control Z, trace. Maybe I should have left some of the bigger spots. Ungroup. Just delete, get rid of that. Don't need that. Grab these. them back in there. Hold that, control that and that. Move these over here. Grab this, control that one and that one. Move these back into place. Bring this one back into, well, that one stayed. Control Z. I want to select these right here, and without going back into line, if I leave this in fill, if I just hold control, I can highlight these and select those, and then bring, well, control Z, control D, bring those down here, and let's just put them down here like that. Does that look like a potato? Looks like a potato to me. So what I'm going to do, on the line so I can see what I'm doing. I want to make sure that that is selected. I'm just going to offset that. There we go. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Now this line, put that on the red layer. Might shrink this down a little bit. Take my potato word, move it down a hair. Let's get rid of this one. I might use that again for a minute. In a minute, I'm not sure. Let's move this over here. They don't need to be that tall, so I could even get rid of the word potato. Control Z. You can get it all. Scoop that down. Come in here, select both of those, and let's just weld that together. And there's my potato marker. What do y'all think about that? Start it up. Oh, cutting first. Red's on top. Oh well. Doesn't matter that much. Oh, here. And just like that. Why is my tape backwards? Now I'm in the right orientation. And there's my plant marker. There's another one off. There's another image off Free Picks. I'll copy the image. I'm sure y'all seen lasers running before, so let's get that out of the way while the potato marker's cutting out. Stash that up into the corner. Here's just a head of lettuce. Let's trace that out. I'm going to take this head of lettuce and we'll shrink it down. Fill, going to be a line. Got to ungroup everything. Take that outside line, going to offset it. Right about there, just eyeball it somewhere. Take the new line, put it on the red layer. And take our stick we made earlier. That looks good. Select both of these, weld it together. Oops. I want to group all that just for craps and giggles. Line fill, there we go. And there you go. Wife approved. Little guard markers. Thank you for checking out the video. Y'all have a good day.